Moulton says, what did Dr. Kreeft think of his conversation with Dr. Peterson?
I enjoyed it very much. I have a very high opinion of Dr. Peterson. I think he's just what our society needs. He's not complete, but he's got a lot of great stuff to say.
Yeah, when people are honest and vulnerable.
Yep.
If you watch several videos of his, you'll see him.
He listens,
cry, tear up.
Yes.
Like he doesn't have. He doesn't seem to have his defenses up a lot of the time in interview settings. He was here at the university. Do you know that, speaking?
No, I didn't know that.
The first time he ever went to Holy Mass was here at Franciscan on campus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
He never went to Mass before?
Never. It was his
surprising.
first time. And Father Dave took him to the Adoration Chapel, that little chapel we have up on campus, and was explaining to Dr. Peterson that Catholics view the Eucharist as more than merely symbolic. And Dr. Peterson stopped in his tracks and said, and what's wrong with a symbol? And Father Dave said, well, I presume that all those coming to your lecture tonight would be pretty disappointed if they just got a hologram of Dr. Peterson. And he went, fair enough.
Touche.
Isn't that good? Yes.
I had a Muslim student once who asked to go to Mass with me. He'd never been to Mass before. And he was very reverent. He sat, he did not stand or pray or anything, but he was very careful. And afterwards, he said to me, you Catholics believe that little piece of bread is really Jesus Christ, literally. I said, yes. And he said, you as Christians believe that Jesus Christ is God, fully divine. I said, yes. And he says, I don't think you believe that. And I said to him, well, I don't expect you to find yourself able to believe that. It's a difficult thing to believe. It's a great mystery. She said, no, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying anything about you. I'm not saying that you're hypocrites and you don't really believe what you say you believe. And I'm not saying that you don't believe it, but I'm saying that, well, if maybe I am, and then he changed, and he said, maybe I am saying something about you, because I'm putting myself in your shoes, and I'm saying, suppose I were a Christian and a Catholic, and I believed that Jesus was Allah himself in the flesh, and that flesh was really what was going on in that apparent piece of bread. If I believed that, and then he hesitated, and I said, you couldn't imagine yourself getting down on your knees like all those Catholics did at the moment of consecration. He said, no, I couldn't imagine myself ever getting up again for the rest of my life. I was very impressed by that.
Yeah. It's a good answer, but do you think it's the right answer? Because surely the Eucharist is truly Christ, and surely Christ doesn't want us to get on our knees and not get up again. So
No, obviously it's not. But
it's an excellent insight, for sure. I also heard a Protestant once say, if I truly believed that was Jesus Christ, I'd crawl over broken glass daily to receive him.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Well, it's like Christ himself. It's either or. I mean, if he's not God, he's the most blasphemous person in history. And if that's not Jesus Christ, then Catholics are the most ridiculous idolaters in history, confusing what's only a little cookie with Almighty God.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Please like if you liked, and if you loved, subscribe.